All right, welcome back to Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Vinny,
I'm Dylan.
and this is Dylan's weekly swing trade picks. And if you guys are new here, us at Two Stupid Guys Trading Stocks are all about kind of investing content in educational, entertaining fashion while we make some money. So if you enjoy this sort of content, subscribe below.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So this is kind of a new series. Series we've been going on for a while, but basically Dylan will walk you through some chart analysis for some picks that stocks he's looking at this upcoming week, and he'll show you where his buy points, exit points, and that sort of stuff are. Once again, this channel is called Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks, so do everything at your own peril. We are not financial advisors. Dylan likes to break down his trades into a few different risk tiers. We'll link Dylan's video on how to swing trade above. If you haven't seen that before, it kind of lays out the ground rules for his swing trading strategy and helps explain a little bit of what he's looking at when he talks about these different risk tiers. So first up this week, space. I'm in this one. Very exciting today.
Yeah. Now this is technically the popping on stock twits section. Not so much recommending it, although at the end of the video I do recommend it, so it's fine. But they have a test flight. Today, Saturday, 5/22. Literally anything can happen. And this also proves that they are highly manipulating the stock. Horribly. Because at no point, they had earnings, last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. They conveniently left out that they didn't have a test flight scheduled.
I think it was not last week, it was the week before. But yeah, they said there was no estimated date on their next test flight.
Yeah. Tanks down to $15, and then by the way, it's like two days from now. Sorry, we forgot to say something, and now it's back to 21. Idiots.
I know. It's definitely going to be interesting to see. I saw a little teaser on Twitter. They were pulling it out of the hangar. They posted a little video of it.
I'm so mad. I didn't sell, thank God, but I was like, this sucks. So yeah. And then NVDA, this is not like a big catalyst, but they just are announcing a 4-to-1 stock split, so their stock is about to be a lot more affordable.
So you say it's not a big catalyst, but did you see what happened to Tesla and Apple after the stock splits?
I did, but that was a different market.
It was.
A stock split should be meaningless. It should not in any way affect the stock. You are correct. I think Tesla more than doubled after announcing theirs.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Apple also did not near as good as Tesla, but very good.
Yeah.
That was a different market. That was when you could literally throw a dart at any stock and make 40%. So
True. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. It'll be a good little test of the waters, I guess.
A little bit.
Yeah. All right. So, and speaking of Apple.
Yeah. Apple is the safe first swing trade of the week. Also, we're going to go over last week's. They're doing pretty good, actually. But so there's a correction on the spot in the NASDAQ. It brought Apple back to near its 200 SMA. It's currently at 123.77. Sorry, the stock's at 125.43. The SMA is at 123.77 if you want to go to the chart.
Yeah, this is my largest holding, so I'm happy to see that Dylan thinks it's about to be on an uptrend.
Yeah, I only have 20 shares of this currently, but I'm going to buy some more. But yeah, coming up. It usually doesn't get too close to the 200 SMA because it's such a strong stock, but did bounce here. Now, I would wait to see what happens during the week because if the Qs or there's still a correction going on with the SPY or the NASDAQ, this will go below the 200 SMA because this is called an engulfing candle and it had about the same volume. So just keep an eye on it for the meantime. But hopefully if the market starts to go up, I would be wary of this Monday. But if it goes up, we can bounce here.
All right. Nike.
Yeah, I did this one, I don't know, like a month ago or a month and a half ago. It worked out really well. But it's hovering over the 200 SMA as well. It still has some falling to do, so just keep it on your list. This is a very wicky stock. So here, if you want to go to the chart, I'll show what that means. When I say wiki, I just mean they have a lot of really long wicks. Also, I'm kind of sick. Sorry if I sound weird.
They've been kind of news driven, right? They've had a lot of like negative PR in China, is my understanding. Maybe that's potentially a explanation for their wickiness, if you will.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of just like even when they're up, it's just kind of a sloppy stock. But if it does go below the 200 SMA and you're watching it, just watch for where it closes. Just don't go in that day. If it closes above the 200 SMA, we're fine. If it closes below it, you don't take it until it goes back above it. If it closes above it and it has a long wick called like a hammer, like this one, I am taking that.
Gotcha. Interesting. An Occidental Petroleum. This is interesting. I've been looking for an oil play, Dylan. Do you think this is a good one right now?
There's like 3 that I narrowed this down to, and I'm going to be honest, they all look pretty solid, and I only chose this one because it's in Burry's portfolio.
Yeah. Hey,
So
it's hard to argue with that kind of genius, you know.
also the positioning right now is really nice, but he's in it. Can't be too bad. It's butting up against 100 SMA. It respected it a couple different times. If you want to go to the chart. So we had a decent bounce here. Once again, this would be a, hit it, didn't close, and then we opened all the way down here and shot right back up. Kind of same thing, opened, shot back up. So we're butting up against this. So we are kind of in a period of indecision here. I should have drawn trend lines. But this is either going to go whoop or boop. So hopefully it goes up here. But your stop loss is probably looking around 23-ish.
Nice. All right.
I am also in that one, by the way, guys.
Occidental?
I'm in at $25.08, and it's currently at like $25.10 or something.
Nice.
So I made $2 or something. All right, this is the high risk. This is the don't yell at me if something happens. So this is a 3 times leveraged Direction daily home builders. What do you think, Vinny?
That's a pretty bold move, my friend. I know the home builders kind of had a recent pullback, and we had earnings from Home Depot and Lowe's this past week, and they both kind of blew it out of the water. But the stocks did not respond very positively to that news because no one understands the stock market anymore.
Exactly.
Home Depot beat by like 30% a share.
Yeah. So Home Depot killed it. Lowe's is killing it. These are the top 6 companies. This represents over 50% of their portfolio. So the bottom 5 are all near bounces that I would take because they have all been respecting those averages very well. DR Horton had a high volume rejection off of a level. So it makes me feel better. But if you want to go to the chart. So this is nail. Now you're looking at this chart, you're like, oh, it's a decent dip. Just to be clear, this is 117 to 70 or 73. So like these move a lot because they're 3 times leverage.
Yeah.
So, be safe. I was actually thinking about buying an option on this. I was looking for a strike price of 120. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. But yeah, your stop loss would probably be below this 100 SMA if you do shares. If you do options, just be careful.
Yeah,
because it's already leveraged.
Yeah, exactly. These things can move wildly, but it's an interesting way when you're like really sure about something to kind of double down on your investment, as you've seen with the Burry and Treasury kind of bet there.
Yes, exactly. All right. You recognize some of these, Vinny?
Yeah, space is going to be interesting. The last couple flights that they've had, where they at least the one in December where they were unable to actually light the main rocket engine, it took a pretty significant dip thereafter. Recovered and then took another dip, but
major dip, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So, that was a sector rotation.
Yeah. So we talked about this one already, but Nordstrom. This was actually. So when I get a list of stocks, I have now like a list of like 230 or something, and I just look at all the charts and I pick my favorite ones. And I try to narrow it down to like 5. This was actually in my top 5. And then I looked at earnings, and it has earnings on Monday or Tuesday, so I have to get rid of it. But I want everyone to keep an eye out for it because they report on 5/25. They are already dropping because Kohl's had their earnings. And Kohl's had less revenue compared to the same quarter in 2019. I personally think Nordstrom is significantly better than Kohl's. I don't even think it's a question, just for their e-commerce side. So I think that this could be a pretty solid earnings beat. And then X is right at the buy point from last week. This is my favorite stock.
Yeah, just the swing trader of X there. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been burned yet. I'm hoping this isn't going to be the one that burns me.
No, that's awesome, man.
But here, let's show JWN and X real quick. So kind of Kohl's happened here, and they fell all the way down to 37. But, 37 to $7, that's like it's what, 20% up here? That's a big swing.
Yeah.
So they're also butting up against 100 SMA. They respect it really well. I was mad that I found they had earnings because now I don't want to break my rule. And then X, this is a weird one because they respect the 50 a lot, which not many stocks do. But we're slamming right here. But I would say this is a bad candle, but it was on very low volume, so it makes me feel a little bit better. I am cost average at 24.80. Yeah, 24.80.
Nice.
So
hopefully this one works out for you again. It doesn't break your heart.
I know. All right, so I recommended Calyx, WWE, and X last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Calyx, I am in. I am already at 1R. X, I am also in. Let's go. Super happy about it. I put WWE in the hit stop loss and the exit position because I exit out of this early, and it then did not do what I thought it would, and it actually went up from 53 to 57. So if you were in this and you stayed in it, you got 2R. I didn't. I was hedging because I margined. I figured I would rather just not lose $200 and just lose like 40. So I just sold the $5,000 and for the equity. But if you held it, you're doing great. In fact, you probably shouldn't sell, actually. Did you see this chart, Vinny?
No, I have not seen WWE.
Yeah, man. So I sold here. My stop loss was set. I can't remember. I always give it like 50 cents a room. So I think it was set about 51.50. I think I recommended here to do under 52, and then I changed my mind because of this candle here. Because that was because of the market, not because of the stock. And then this happened on increasing volume. So if you're still in this, like, I probably wouldn't. I would only sell half, like here, and then let it ride.
Yeah, take a partial.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's it.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning into this weekly edition of Dylan's Swing Trade Picks, and we'll see how he does this week.
Yeah, I love the full transparency. It's terrifying.
Yeah, it's all good. It's the way to be, man. Too many YouTubers are so opaque about their positions, or like,
it's really messed up.
Yeah,
it's not cool at all.
I know.
It should be like fraud or something.
Yeah, we'll see. Did you see the SEC tweet yesterday? Speaking of,
no.
It was a very generic tweet about like how you shouldn't invest in something just because someone famous tells you that it's great.
Oh, is that a shot at Elon Musk?
Yeah, I think there's going to be some SEC Elon Musk drama coming sometime soon.
They can't. It's cryptocurrency.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, all right. Full transparency here, two stupid guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Stocks, so.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Later.